All right, so this is the third year class test, okay? It's a lot, but it's a lot. Okay, so
first of all, these topic or these yeah, I guess they'll call topics. Okay, from the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and maybe the fifth one. Basically, it all comes from the Confucian. Well, I guess Confucian school. I'll call it that because after all, the Confucian school includes basically has 4 books, and a lot of it is basically spec or described in these about these three basically these I guess you could say virtues that's listed here. These 5 well these first one is Sanggang, which is the 3 cardinal guides, the 5 constant virtues, the 5 cardinal relationship, the 8 virtues, and then I think Tai, if you can advance a little bit, go to the next one.
Sorry.
Yeah, go up. Yeah, go up. Oh no, okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, basically, yeah. All right, so it's only the 8 virtue. Okay, so it's 3. Sorry, 3. Yeah, basically it comes from the Confucian school, so to speak. And so yeah, I mean, do you want to just give a quick rundown on what these things are?
This came from Immortal Lu's scripture. He listed these items. I mean, if you see, I mean, this, let's see, there's a Chinese version, the Chinese one, that's, in Chinese. It's all in Chinese that has just basically just listing, all, the required, the, the items that we should, that speakers or whatever, that cultivators should know about. All right. So yeah, this all let me see from my notes. This came from this one. You guys can look it up. It comes from Doctrine of the Ming. Okay, Doctrine of the Ming, chapter 20. All right, paragraph 8. Okay, this came from Doctrine of the Ming. Let's see. Should I look up Doctrine of the Ming? Let's look at the Doctrine of the Ming. Chinese Test Project. Okay, let's look at Doctrine to Me. It's under Li Ji, believe it or not. Yeah, here it is. Okay, chapter 20. What's the whole thing? It's a pretty long chapter. Well, it's not long. It's verse 8. From he was talking about this chapter. Well, yeah, it's about the Duke of Duke I asked Confucius about how to govern. Okay, basically, and then Confucius gave him a long, pretty long answer. First one is called the 3 supreme
wisdom
virtues.
And virtues.
Okay.
Okay. And then
right.
they need to know wisdom, benevolence,
and
courage.
Okay.
Courage. Okay, that's it. One by one. So they can review. Yeah. Thank you.
Then the 3 cardinal guides. All right. That's the leader, the senior or the leader, because that's what that's the leader. The leader would lead the people, the followers. Okay, that's what it is. And then the father, hold on, let me move this stupid thing. This down. The father then would guide the children, or the parents. The parents guide the children. And then the husband guides the wife. Okay? Yeah. Now, some people would say, hey, it shouldn't be just the husband. I mean, it's basically, they basically, shoot. Okay, basically,
right. Sorry. Okay. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah. Basically, the whole idea of this husband guiding the wife or parents guiding the children is mainly because of during the time that these books were written, so to speak. Okay. Of course, it's a patriarchal society. Okay. And so therefore, that's the reason why we have the husband guiding the wife. Okay. Now, technically, yeah, what in the modern times, okay, yeah, it's possible that it could be the opposite, but in the times of that the three cardinal guides were written, okay, it was during the Confucian time, which is about 500 BC, so to speak, so roughly 500 BC, and so therefore it was more a patriarchal society. Okay, go ahead, Kai.
I mean, come up in the five, what's that? The five relationships. Yeah, 5 relationships. Is it 5 relationships? It's going to come up in the 5 relationships. All right. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. So okay. So that's the 3 guides. I mean, basically, these are just the 3 principles, which, three, you can say pillars, principles of how, society, a harmonious society would follow, the guides to having a harmonious society. All right. Otherwise, you have chaos, right? Okay. All right. And then you have the 5 constant virtues. Okay. Now we should understand that these virtues should not, are not external to us. That to the individual. That's very important. These virtues are manifestations of our Buddha nature. Okay, that's really the best way to look at it. Yeah, sure, we can learn. We can learn about how to be what? Compassionate, merciful, right? Kind, loving, caring, all that, right? We can learn. But that's because our human nature, right? We're dominated by human nature, right? If we're not dominated by human nature, we don't need to cultivate, right? We all have our Buddha nature, our true nature, right? Right? If we are guided, or if we are guided, if we are living according to our Buddha nature, then we don't need to learn any of this. There's no need to cultivate because we're all enlightened beings, right? Right? Unfortunately, we're not, right? So we have to learn. We have to cultivate to become enlightened or to be like our Buddha nature, our true nature, right? Okay. Because unfortunately, right now we have a duality, right? It's human nature and Buddha nature, right? Right? We have both. We have both. But the problem is it's our human nature that's dominating us, right? Right? That's guiding us, right? That's guiding us, right? We have likes, dislikes, right? Right? All that. Subject, object, duality, all that, right? 能所跟喜欢讨厌, right? We have all of that. We have all of that. We have ego, right? That's all part of human nature. But those things that I mentioned, ego, subject object duality, likes, dislikes, et cetera, are not part of nature, right? Buddha nature. Buddha nature just naturally manifests, we call it the immeasurable minds, right? The 4 immeasurable minds, right? Yeah, right. You know about that, right? That's okay. Doesn't matter. Just infinite loving kindness, boundless compassion, mercy, limitless happy joy, and immeasurable relinquishment. Relinquishment in this case means you are not attached to anything. Okay. Non-attachment. Okay. Anyway. All right. Okay. So benevolence is part of our Buddha nature. So is righteousness, right? Morality, right? Morality, right? We don't do what is evil, right? We only do what is good for everybody, right? What benefits everybody, right? What doesn't, okay? And propriety, right? We know how to behave, right? When depending on the situation, right? We have to be honorable, we have to be dignified, we have to be ethical, right? We don't lie, right? We don't gossip, all that stuff. We propriety, that's filial piety is part of that, right? We respect and honor our parents, elders, and we love and guide our, the superior, I mean, the people below us or behind us, like in the case, the younger people, the followers, the subordinates, that type of thing, right? That's all part of propriety, right? Honor, sense of honor, ethical behavior, right? This is moral behavior here, right? Moral. We don't kill, right? We don't kill, we don't steal, right? That's morality, right? That's morality. Okay. And then wisdom. Yeah, wisdom, our Buddha nature, sorry. Human nature, we say, yeah, we have wisdom too. I mean, we have wisdom. But that type of wisdom is based on a couple of things. It's based on either we learn something about, we read about it, we hear about it, something like that. We read, right? We read books, we read classics, we read sutras. Yeah, we get some wisdom out of that, right? Okay, so that's book wisdom. Then also we experience, right, in life, right? We learn something, right? We either encounter something or we see some situation with people and how they react or to that given situation, and we learn from that, right? We say, hey, you know you know you know that's not the right way or that's the good way, to resolve that that issue or whatever, right? That's all, that's through experience, right? So hopefully as we get older we should get wiser, right? Because we have a lot more experience, right? With different experiences and situations. So therefore, we should know how to deal with them. Okay, so that's all external, right? The wisdom here is Mahaprajna, right? It's the we can say marvelous divine wisdom that comes from our Buddha nature. Okay, and that's it's very broad. It's very broad. It's good for I want to say it's good for it's with that type of wisdom, you can say, we can deal with all sorts of situations, all sorts, right? All sorts. So when things arise, we respond to it, right? 事来则应, right? So how do you respond to it? A lot of time, I mean, the best way, ideal way, is from our wisdom, from our Mahaprajna, not some knowledge, not from experience or knowledge. Yes, we do. We rely on that because that's human nature, right? But the highest level, the best way or most ideal way when we deal with situations as they arise is actually really should be from here. Okay, from the divine wisdom. Okay, not learn. All right. Okay, so that's also part of our Buddha nature. Okay. Okay, it's intrinsic. I mean, our Buddha nature has that, right? I mean, has that, right? Okay, then we also have faith and sincerity. That's also part of our Buddha nature. It's always true, right? It's always honest. Maybe that's put it this way. It doesn't know how to lie. You can say, yeah, it doesn't know how to lie or whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's that's why we say conscience, right? It's very close to our Buddha nature. Conscience. We have a clear conscience, right? Anyway, okay. Well, clear conscience also arises from these two, okay? All of this, okay? All of this, okay? All right. But that means, we are true to ourselves. What do you mean by ourselves? We are true. Actually, if you really want to extend it, it's really true to the Tao. I mean, that's the ultimate. It's true to our Buddha nature. It's true to our essence. Maybe that's another way. True to who we really are. Okay, and that's the Buddha nature. That's the Tao. Okay, so you can say so, and that faith is unshakable. Okay, so that's why we need, when we are cultivating, remember Dharma class, last topic, awaken to faith, right? Faith, vows, cultivation, and realization. Okay. But we have awakened to faith. Awakened to what? To our Buddha nature. Because our Buddha nature has bottomless faith, has unshakable faith. Okay, any other type of faith, you can have faith. You can say faith, right? It's a belief or right? Believe in certain thing, right? So externally, externally, yeah. Based on, if it's not based on our Buddha nature, then we say we have faith in what? In a system, in science, in laws, right? All that stuff, right? And certain, maybe principles, ideals, certain ideals, right? But those faiths are all external. I mean, that's external. It's based on external thing, laws, external things. Okay. Science is external things. But this faith is the faith from our Buddha nature. That's indomitable. It's unshakable. Okay. Right? It's the essence. It's the essence of who you are. Okay. Or you can say it's the essence of the Tao. Okay. That's the truest. So maybe in Tao Te Ching chapter 37, it doesn't say faith, but he talks about, well, since this is talking about virtue, he said, true virtue, well, high virtue is not virtuous. Therefore, it's virtuous. Anyway, that's kind of advanced. But anyway, okay, chapter 37. All right, okay, first line. I think sorry, chapter 38. Chapter 38. Sorry, chapter 38. Right. So the point is, this faith / sincerity. It's basically, it just means we are, as long as we are true to our Buddha nature, then you know what? All these will come out. All these. All right. So that's why faith, if you look at a diagram, it's in the center, right? It occupies the center. It's like you can say the anchor or whatever, right? The anchor. So if you have actual true faith in your Buddha nature, that's important, right? Then these 4 qualities will also manifest. Make sense? Or also, come from, okay? Or you could say connected from that faith from our Buddha nature. Okay, so that's the higher level understanding. All right. Okay, the key is these constant virtues are our Buddha nature. Okay, yes, right now we're learning, we have to be good, we have to be faithful, we have to be, pious, we have to be filial, we have to be, all that stuff, right? But actually, that's because, unfortunately, it's because our human nature is in control, right, of ourselves right now, right? It's our human nature that's in control. It's the master. It's our master right now, right? Right? It's not our Buddha nature. That's the important distinction, right? So we learn all this, hopefully, so that we can not get rid of, but we can overcome that human nature tendency, right? The tendencies of our human nature. So that's why we have to cultivate. We have to, get rid of bad things first, right? Get rid of bad habits, bad temper, all of that stuff, bad thoughts, right? Bad habits, blah, blah, blah. Get rid of all that first, right? When you eliminate that, then eventually you even eliminate subject-object duality, what is considered good and bad. And then ultimately you arrive. Then when that's all gone, that means your human nature is merged or transformed, maybe that's a better word, transformed to our Buddha nature. Okay, right? So then it's one. It's no longer a duality, no longer human nature, Buddha nature. It's just our Buddha nature, our true nature. That's the one. Okay, that's the one. All right, and then that's really the highest level. Okay, and that's why it's called constant. Constant, right? It's permanent. It's always the case. Always. All right. So we say 5 constant, okay, virtues. All right. Okay. Let's go to the next. I think I explained it too much already. 5 cardinal relationships. Okay, 5 relationships. All right. So we know that, right? There's righteousness between ruler and subjects. Yeah, that's this. That's this. That's this. That's what this is, right? That's righteousness, right? Okay. That's this. Okay. All right. So there's righteousness. Well, so what is this righteous relationship between ruler and subject? Right. So it's a two-way street. Okay. It's a two-way. It's a mutual. You could say mutual beneficial, relationship, or mutually enhanced, relationship. So the ruler, you can say, protects the subjects, right? Protects or treats the subjects with just, with fairness, equal, all that stuff, fairness, equality, compassion, love, all that stuff, right? And return the subjects what? Follow or display loyalty, right? Are loyal to the ruler, right? Something like that, right? So that's the two-way relationship. Okay. All right. And then what's love? Okay, then this love between parents and children. Okay, so obviously within the family, the parents, provide for, care for, love, right? Teach, right? Teach, raise the children, right? Right? Provide them with shelter, food, all that stuff, right? Provide for, right? That's the duty of a parent, right? For their children, right? They protect, they, care for, they educate, all that stuff, right? In turn, what do the children respond with? Filial piety, right? Respect, also love. I mean, love, you love, also love, right? So, but filial piety is, you can say it's a type of love, right? It's a type of love, right? Toward the parents, right? So that's a two-way relationship, all right? So that's how you also have harmony in the family. Same thing with the ruler and subjects, right? If the ruler don't care for the subjects, couldn't care less, then of course, right? That's how you have, I want to say revolutions, but that's how you have problems. You have problems then in the state, right? In the country, right? All right. So that's okay. So all right, okay, and same thing with house, with the home, okay, and then the third one is we say separation between husband and wife. Yeah, it just means the responsibilities, the duties are shared. Okay, so it's not one person. Well, it's separation. They're separate. They're separate. Okay, but they complement each other. Maybe that's a better way of saying. Okay, so they have separate duties. So in the old days, when there's only one breadwinner, usually it's the male, right? Because they're farmers, right? The male works in the field, so that's their duty, is to provide, food or shelter or whatever to the family. Whereas the mother generally stays home and what, you know, keeps the house in order, maintains the house, and also teach the children, that type of thing. All right. So it's a shared duty or responsibility, okay, in a spousal relationship, right? Okay. All right. So it just means that it doesn't, now, we can say, well, does that mean that, husband and wife can't both work? No, you could work. I mean, it's just that you have to share responsibilities. Okay, it's not one person does everything. Yeah. So okay, maybe that's a better way. Okay, to say it's not one, either husband or wife does everything. Okay, so it's shared. You can say it's shared. Okay, they have separate roles, but they complement each other. All right. All right. Unfortunately, nowadays, I guess for most middle class, depending on where you live, that's you need two breadwinners now, because otherwise you can't afford the rent or whatever. Okay, so yeah, so maybe it's not shared there. They do share. Because they provide their share. Okay, it's not separate in the sense that okay, yeah, they both have to work, so it's not one person stay at home and one person goes to work. All right, all right, but the key to this separation is to have harmony. Once again, have harmony in a relationship, right? I mean, I think in most relationships it becomes toxic or unbalanced. Maybe that's the better way to say unbalanced when only one person, be it the male or the female, provides everything or does everything, right? I think that's kind of one-sided, right? It's like a one-sided relationship, right? You've heard of that. It's like a one-sided relationship. That's not the way, right? That's not how relationships can endure, right? It won't last. Similarly, between husband and wife, how that relationship, how that marriage can endure is that they have to support each other. It's two-sided or two-way street or something like that. All right. Okay. So that's once again, that's how you maintain a harmonious relationship, right? In this case, between husband and wife, right? I mean, it's not one-sided. That's very important, all right? It's not one-sided. The point is, it's not one-sided. Okay? All right. The fourth one is this. All right. That means there is order among elders. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So in this case, it would be similar to, it would be talking about, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can look at this as society in general, but this is more specifically within the family between siblings, all right, between elder siblings and younger siblings. Okay. So, and what does I mean by order? Okay, once again, this is all, yeah. It just means that the elder, protects and teaches, much like a parent, right? To protect and teaches or take care of, to some degree, right? Take care of the younger sibling, right? And in turn, the younger siblings respect and honor the elder siblings, right? That's how it's a mutually beneficial relationship. All right. So it's a two-way street. Once again, it's a two-way street. All right. It's okay. So that's how you have order among siblings. If let's say the elder sibling, keeps bullying the younger sibling, of course the younger sibling is gonna what? React negatively, right? Would not respect, would not, right? Would not respect the elder. So that's how you have chaos. That's not order, right? That's chaos, right? So once again, the whole thing is all of these 5 relationships have to do with, I mean, ultimately deals with harmony. Okay, harmony. So there's harmony in the state or kingdom or country, harmony within the family, harmony between husband and wife, harmony between siblings, or you can say society, yeah, between elders in society and younger people, okay, and then also harmony among friends. Okay, so all you can sum it up in one word that all these 5 relationships will lead to, I mean, will work in such a way that's harmonious. Okay, all right, and then the fifth one is trustworthiness, honesty between friends, right? I think, once again, in a relationship between friends, you have to be honest with each other, right? You don't, lie to one, to your friend. Your friend would never trust you again, right? I mean, that's once again, it's one-sided, right? It's not, so it has to be, what do you call that? Reciprocal, right? It has to be reciprocal, right? Right? So, you trust your friends and you be honest with them, and likewise they will be honest with you and trust you, right? So anyway, okay. So all of this can be summed up as the way to have harmony in society, in the country, in the family, right? So that's how it is. Okay. All right. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, okay, then the 8 virtues. Okay, so there's filial piety, right? We all hopefully know what that is, right? It's basically the children's love, respect, honor towards their parents, right? Okay. Brotherhood, fraternity, you can call that fraternity. It just means, it's, but not, it's also, people say sisterhood, all that stuff. It's the same, okay? It should be genderless, okay? Anyway, all right. So it just means between, between people, okay? This can, if you talk about, okay, there's you can this well, this application it's not just for the family, okay? So it doesn't just mean that, among children, among the siblings, that you have this, okay? It's basically for everybody, all right? For everybody throughout society, all right? We have a sense of, you can say sense of belonging, equality, that type of thing, okay? All right, that we have, we treat each other like brothers and sisters, like one big family. Okay, you can expand it to that. All right, okay. Loyalty. Let's see. This came from, by the way, this 8 virtues is mentioned in Mencius. Okay, in Mencius in a couple areas. I think there were 2 areas, but anyway. All right, it's Mencius. Okay, it's in Mencius. The Book 1, okay, book one, chapter 5, okay, book 1, chapter 5, yeah, okay. Anyway, all right, and then what's loyalty? Loyalty, yeah, it just means that, once again, remember loyalty, right? It's right up here, right? It's the relationship between ruler and subjects, right? Or you can say ruler, not between manager and supervisor and the subordinates, right? Between the the manager, the boss and the what's that? Boss and employees, okay? Something like that, right? So or between states, between you and your country, right? That type of stuff, okay? You and your principles and all that, okay? So that's what loyalty means, okay? And once again, sincerity. Okay, sincerity. You have faith, right? You have truthfulness. You can say truthfulness, right? Be truth. You have truthfulness, faith, right? Okay, and really honesty, real honesty. Okay, real. Well, it's not honesty. It just means sincere. It's true. Something that's true as opposed to fake. Okay, as opposed to fake. All right, all right. You're sincere in your thoughts, words, and actions. Right? Okay. So that's what it is. Okay. And propriety. Once again, propriety. Right? It's part of the 5 constant virtues. Once again, right? It's ethical behavior. Right? It's dignity. Right? Dignify. Dignified behavior. It's doing things properly depending on the situation, right? That's what it is. Okay, that's propriety, right? It's ethical behavior. Yeah, you say we don't lie, that type of stuff. That could overlap with this too. Okay, anyway, right? That type of stuff, right? It's basically honorable behavior, honorable. Okay, something that's honorable, something that's dignified. Okay, propriety. Proper etiquette, right? That type of thing, right? Etiquette, right? Okay. Okay, righteousness. Yeah, that's morality, right? Right versus wrong, right? What is right, what is wrong, so therefore, don't kill, don't steal, that type of thing. Right? What's righteous? Okay. All right. It's moral. This is more moral, okay? Moral behavior versus propriety, which is more ethical behavior. All right. All right. They are connected, but okay. Now, what's integrity? Ooh, integrity. Some people say modesty. It's also dignity, right? It's a dignity. Okay. Honorable. This honorable is here. Okay, honorable is here. Okay, but anyway, just means Okay, some people say modesty. Yeah, I mean, modesty, it just means that you have a, how can I say, strong moral, ethical sense. Okay, yeah, you can say that, right? Strong moral, ethical sense. There's a ethical and moral core about you, okay? That's what integrity is, right? Okay. All right. Now, sense of shame, okay? That would be the opposite of what's honor, is that maybe sense of honor, or, sense of shame, humiliation, right? So it, to have a sense of guilt, right? Guilt, to have a sense of guilt, guilty conscience, right? And so it all comes from our conscience, right? Right. So if people have conscience, they would say, if they did something bad or, said something bad or, it would bother them because they have a conscience, right? So that's the sense of shame, sense of guilt, right? Sense of dishonor, right? That type of thing. Okay. So this has more with sense of honor. This is more of dignity, right? Dignity, it's a, um, you know, yeah, dignity, modesty, you can say. Okay, all right. So that's the 8 virtues. All right, should we need to go into this? I mean, I don't know. That's a lot. We're almost done. I think we're over, guys. I mean, this is all basic stuff, right? It just means that, if you are a leader, like a leader, or you're in the front, in the leading position, you're a senior member or whatever. We should be careful, right? You should, because you're visible, right? You're very visible, right? You're in the lead, you're in the front, right? So everybody can see you. So we got to be very, very, very careful. All right. So just because we're old, well, now see this seniority, yeah, we tend to just, we tend to attach it to just being older. Well, that's not necessarily true. Okay. Well, what this means is the longer you have been with the Tao or cultivating the Tao. Okay. So some old people only enter the Tao when they're in their 60s or 70s. So, okay. So they only been in the Tao for a few years. Well, I'm talking about people who's been practicing the Tao or cultivating the Tao or following the Tao, for a long time. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, versus those who haven't. Okay, just like in at work, right? The senior people who've been in their jobs for a long time, right? As opposed to a short time. Same idea. Okay, so seniority just means higher position. Okay, maybe that's another way to look at it. Okay, so if you're in a higher position, we better be. Not only do we have to know about the Tao a lot more, right? Because we've been with the Tao longer, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we better be darn careful, okay, in in the way we behave, the way we conduct ourselves, and our moral character, right? Because you're going to be in the limelight, right? People will see it, okay, see you. So we got to be very, very, very careful. So if we have a bad temper, we got to, really, really control our temper and get rid of that. Okay. So, or bad habits, senior member smoking. I mean, that's pretty bad. Drinking, that's pretty bad. Cursing, that's pretty bad, right? Using abusive language. I mean, that's okay. So we just got to be careful. We have to be very extra careful. Maybe that's a better extra careful when, when you basically, when you have been, cultivating the Tao, people, will look up to you, right? Say, hey, because you should know a lot more, right? You should know a lot more about the Tao. Yeah, that's true. Hopefully that's true. But it's not just the knowledge part, okay? That's very important. It's not just knowledge. It's not just this. It's not just knowledge, okay? Not only knowledge, all right? Okay. But in your behavior, okay? So we got to be extra careful because, I don't know if you guys come across, I mean, be it in the business world or academic world or whatever, there are people who are very knowledgeable, right? Very expert, they have very good expertise in, whatever, okay? In their, specific, areas. But man, their personality is bad. you know, right? I mean, right? You know, so so even though they may know a lot, but a lot of people don't like to be around them. So or right? So same idea, right? So you may know a lot about the Tao, but if you're not, if you don't behave as such, then in your behavior, in your temper, in your temperament, etc., then it's kind of sad, right? Then people do not want to be around you or to associate with you. So we got to be extra careful, right? All right, okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we in this white era, we got to be careful. Well, no, not just white era. I mean, in the history, during Buddha's times too, there are many schools of thought. Okay. So, but now, especially with advances in social media and science, it's easy, right? It's easy to have you know different teachings, theories, or whatever ideas, you know, go viral, right? I mean, it is, right? You just could go on social media and boom, do something sensational and pew, and it goes viral, right? But so that's why, and now that in itself, it's maybe not an issue. The issue is, whether things are good or bad, right? When especially when bad things, right? Bad things go viral. Okay, so we have, I don't know, literally, dozens of, different theories, teachings, people, right? Okay, that pop up nowadays, and there are people that say, that come up with, I don't know, theories, in classical, if you want to look at classical teachings or Buddhism, classical, Buddhism, they would say, heterodoxy. I guess I think I don't know if that's the heterodoxy. Okay, got to be aware of that. So we have to be aware of people claiming or schools of theories claiming, hey, you should follow our 19th patriarch or whoever, or or this thing called the style that we have, I don't know, we have 19 patriarchs and 20 and whatever. So and also we'll teach you, you can, I don't know, do magic or whatever, special powers, whatever. It's sad. Okay, people are attracted to that, unfortunately, right?
Okay,
Because a lot of
Kai,
times
sorry,
what?
Kai.
Hey, what time?
Lecture Kai, yeah, because
Sorry,
after all, the time is up.
All right, okay, that's
Okay.
it.
I mean, the other three the sections basically talks about the home temple as well as the propriety that we need to know. So the home temple aspect, it's just briefly just says the fact that we need to be careful about people who are doing the home temple because they must know the proprieties, and also the last part is basically about the propriety of the morning and evening incense, as well as the there's includes the repentance statement. Okay, and that's in the morning evening incense, and then of course you definitely have to know the arrival and departure propriety that was in the first year. So therefore hopefully you will memorize the proprieties. Okay, and of course the second to last part is just tells you that filial piety is one of the most foremost in the foremost behavior in terms of the Tao, and so therefore just to let you know that the white water elder composed this filial piety. It's called the 100-word filial piety classic. Just you don't have to memorize that. You just have to know that who composed that classic. Okay, that's about it. All right.
Test this. Are we testing this? The propriety for this?
Yes. I mentioned
we're
that. Yeah, I
testing for
mentioned
that,
that.
right?
Right. Yeah, I mentioned it. Yes.
So we have to do it in front of the altar, right? I mean, in front of the, right? Isn't that right?
Right. Yeah, you can, whether you show it as a video or whatever, that's fine, But yeah, ideally you should be at a temple and be able to do that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All
All right.